Can you... Come on. God damn. It's quite awkward. Just outside of it all, I think, because I don't really talk to him. Wait. This is recording. Oh, hi. Welcome back, everyone. What is that about? I've shrunk it to this. There. Da, da, da. There we are. Okay, back to the thing. Back to the thing. Okay, hello everyone. Main building is not that. Why is this weird? Avi! Oh, Avi! Congrats on winning your spa. Sorry about that.
We can continue if you want.
I would count that
I
as
was
a loss
actually
on
waiting
my
for you.
part. I really appreciate that. No, that's okay. I think if I flux out of a battle, I will cede defeat. You know?
Okay.
That's fair enough.
If you say so.
I mean, I don't know what else to say, honestly. That was kind of embarrassing.
I'd imagine so, but it's alright. It happens.
Yeah. What are you doing today?
Nothing. Just walking around. Getting some air.
Did you see if Solus or Iveen walked by anywhere?
Not that I remember. They might still be behind that wall.
Okay. I am, like, recollecting everything that was set up hours ago in my head. Sorry about that.
You're fine.
I'm gonna go and see if I can fetch one of them, or what they're up to. Or I could walk with you. I might come back to walk with you. Yes. Hello, sir.
Hello.
Yes, there's Iveen. There's Iveen. Fuck me. That was irritating. Thoroughly and genuinely. Oh, God. Okay. God damn it. Ah. Iveen. Hello.
Hey, Jackson.
I fluxed in the middle of a fight with, well, with Spa. What are you doing? Oh, you were throwing it.
Just making sure it's not working.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I got you.
Hopefully it should be ready by soon, at least.
I think Sol is headed into the obstacle course. I was just checking on you all. Okay.
You know, I have the perfect therapy.
I think, yeah, that's true, actually. I think a lot of us need therapy.
The shield's still out.
Please, no.
Damn it.
I don't think... Put the fucking
Don't you
gun
fucking
away,
dare,
Val,
Val.
you maniac.
Put the gun away.
I have to channel mana into it. It's not even loaded with anything.
I'm getting
It's in your
glasses.
arm that you can channel mana into it with.
I'll have you know I can channel mana with both of my arms. Hello, Jackson.
Even
Hello.
worse.
Hello, Captain.
Oh, hello. Captain?
Captain.
Oh,
Captain?
we're just having a hangout here now?
Oh, Captain, my Captain.
Is that a new hangout spot?
How's it going?
It's hidden away from the professors.
I fluxed out of
Quickly,
a
not really. Pull
spa
out
with one
all
of our
your illegal
unsorted, and I
drugs.
embarrassed myself.
I don't have any.
Other than that, I'm great.
I'm a good boy.
They're
I
in
don't
my
have any
room.
drugs.
Oh,
What?
Yeah.
I left my body for a bit, so same.
Oh, okay.
You're right.
At least I'm not alone.
Alright, well.
honestly, you know, as captains, it is our job to make fools of ourselves.
That's true. I think you told me something like that before.
Right.
Huh? What? Oh,
Probably.
Yeah.
must have thought.
You alright?
Are you okay?
I'm fine.
The unsorted student you were
Ah,
with.
yes.
Who did
staring
happen to
up
be?
Out,
It was
you
Ovi.
know,
Definitely.
out of your head and
Ah, Harvey.
definitely, yeah, that's, I'm sure you're fine.
God, no wonder you lost.
Come on. What's up?
Just.
I didn't know he could do that.
stuff.
It's
I
an
don't-
effective spell.
He's like
The
a
work is
Flint's
in
army
my-
knife.
Get blamed for a bunch
Yeah,
of
he's got a
stuff.
little
It really
tools.
is.
For angry just for a
What
reason
is
I
it?
don't know why.
Maybe some misinformation. That's
Isn't
how
that
it
a
can
Palvandorian
happen.
design?
A lot of things get misconstrued.
They stole it from us.
Yeah, I thought so. They had a corkscrew on it.
I think it's a waste
For a
that
while.
us fight each other.
Oh,
Yes, it was for opening wine bottles after all of our victories.
Mm-hmm.
I like that.
got
I
blamed
admired
for a
the
bunch
confidence
stuff
of it,
about,
yeah.
like,
Yeah.
almost like doing war crimes during the war
personally.
games.
If it was a Drozen
Yes,
thing,
I
they'd
got,
probably
like,
just put
blamed
another
for
knife on a
firing
knife.
upon Wounded people, getting
cut the top off the
holding
bottle.
people hostages, leaving people behind, taking people off mountains, all that kind of
Maybe
stuff.
just
I
put
got
knives on the
all-
bottles.
No,
Dumped
that's a good one too.
Maybe
Not
also
Not
people
mention the
just
fact that
getting-
we were
Just, you know,
disqualified.
every bottle comes with a
Yeah,
knife.
Getting angry that they
Ready
lost.
to stab and defend yourself in the nearest tavern.
Collectible
That's
knives.
exactly why we should be fighting each
for a
other.
chain
because
of
some these
alcohol.
people are very child.
This is
I
good.
don't
We
think
could sell in
collectible knives
Georgia.
could ever work.
No? Why not?
Just
What are you
imagine
talking
different
about?
color knives, different styles for different prices.
Well, people will be
Are you
stabbing each
kidding
other
me?
to collect
He
them.
got some-
Alright, no. Now hear me out.
Okay.
Hear me out.
He did.
Collectible knives,
He did,
but
yes.
the holder for it
Murtash some,
is shaped like a
off
bag,
off
and
the cliff
each
with
knife
this
you stab
Try
it.
firing
like a
at
golf club.
Ooh.
People would buy that.
I think I need to.
I'd probably buy that. I don't have any money, but I'd probably buy it.
Now imagine if the body was glass as well,
He
so you
was
can actually
bombs
still see
everywhere.
the knives when they were in
Ooh.
there.
That'd be cool.
Yes. He was throwing
Because-
bombs at us.
Cool.
Because he
These
could,
are the
and then
design
bombed it.
We
that
should get one of those.
we're expected to do in 8th Attack Division.
You
It's
can
not,
make one, I
and
don't
then
wanna.
Mordred was shooting fireworks at him.
I mean,
Lovely.
maybe.
Have
Yes.
these teachers not been fined yet?
Because they're
Well,
not
it was-
teachers.
And it's almost like our headmaster at the moment is.
Out.
Well,
A lunatic.
oh, not out.
Yeah,
Our
also that.
headmaster
That's when he's
exists.
in. And
Do you
he
mean
is
the Chancellor?
Chancellor, yeah.
He's not.
Oh.
Sorry, it's not Madman.
He's not crazy. He just takes dead
I never said
necromancers
crazy.
and
But you meant
drains
crazy.
blood
Why
out
would
of
you ever
them.
say crazy?
And
Oh,
does
Val.
things.
You know
I don't
when you
think he's
had the
crazy.
antidote given to you, was it administered to you, or did you have to climb a tree for it?
She's very rough, I guess.
As far as I know,
Oh,
crazy
I
dead.
asked him
Crazy
very
one
nicely, and
here
he said, "Of
is,
course, Val. Whatever you want, Val."
Can't think of the professor's name.
Mm.
Oh,
Mm.
well, that went over well.
We even shared a laugh
Absolutely.
Can't think of the
afterwards.
professor's name. What's his name?
It's exactly
sure.
what happened.
What do you look like?
Nothing else.
Nothing
Church.
else.
Nothing else. Good.
Oh,
I believe
Octavian.
Octavian.
It was like that for me
Octavian,
as
that's it,
well,
yeah.
you know. No suffering at
He's
all.
my coach. He
I'm
wants
so
us
sorry.
to completely rebuild Aquadorm
has
with
no-
gold.
Right.
Dude, I want to point
Of
out.
course he does.
I want to point out.
I'd rather have Nella.
I think he seeks to make us
He
spiteful
fell out of a
people.
tree trying to collect
That's
his
true.
golden nuts.
What?
He fell out of a tree for his
did.
holy nuts.
Oh, not
We had to
He's
save his
not
nutsack.
Well,
Was that Octavian?
He lost
threatened
the
to cut
fight
off
to
my
a
head because I
squirrel.
bruised
Yeah.
Oh
his
yeah,
feet.
yeah. I heard
Yes.
about that. Why would
wow.
he was up there for nuts?
I hope it was a joke, but
What?
Yes, his
Yes,
holy
you
nuts
know
of the
what
church.
He mentally assessed.
What?
They're held in his holy
Very
nutsack.
intelligent
Oh.
in some ways, and he's very good
Like
at what
scrotum.
He does, but He
Okay.
has absolutely zero
Now it
social
makes sense.
skills.
No.
Kingsley.
I don't think
What?
he
I
has
don't think
any,
that
any
Matt's
Wait.
skills apart from fight. Yes, I
I
know.
don't
They-
think
they
He has
were
a
just
sack
nuts.
for nuts.
Because
Okay.
he can't beat a squirrel.
All right.
Oh,
maybe it was a very
Nature
powerful
beat a
squirrel.
He
Once
can
again.
kill
Maybe
ripseeds
Gaia's
and fight
taking
them,
it
but he
out on
cannot
him.
beat a squirrel.
he probably hates it just because of that. Actually,
True. Maybe it's
Actually, no, but-
maybe him losing the fight to the squirrel was karma building up.
karma. If that was karma catching up to him, I'm pretty sure there's going to be like a tidal wave hitting him very soon.
Oh, it's probably.
Or a
I don't
tree.
think he has a very
Unless
good
he has a god
relationship with
protecting him.
nature.
Or a tree.
Or several
Ironically.
squirrels. Or several gods.
True.
Several gods and the squirrels and nutsacks.
No, he only believes in one.
Yes. Yes, they do. They very much do. People have met them.
Don't worry, Ram, I
That's
had
why
this
there
deep
will be
discussion
war.
with them before. I was a little half
The
and
gods?
half on it, but... This is the concept, you know?
You can travel to the other end.
In a way.
I guess now would be a good time to
We're on about
ask.
the gods and their
Do you
existence.
guys? Does anyone
Perhaps
watching
just
this
consider
prefer that
Maybe he's
view
having an epiphany.
right there,
Very
which is
real.
encompassing the whole screen,
Trust me.
or the
No,
side
it's a
view,
crisis.
which is my first-person
Of course.
I'm
perspective?
not, it's fine.
Because I think that one of
You're a
those
god of
is
birds.
easier to tell
Yes.
what I'm talking to, but the other one is mostly there to
So
show off the
actually-
model.
Gaia.
And I want to know which ones
Let
you
me
guys like
tell you a
more,
Funny thing.
I
God of
mean,
Birds would also probably be
um,
the God of Flight.
because I want
That's
to
true.
There
commit
might
to
be-
one of
there
them.
might
I
be
guess
an
with
end.
all
Or
good
do you
things comes
prefer
bad,
me to
right?
switch back and forth between them? Because at first that was a strategic decision
Just know that if you start to fly, the
where I
biggest
was
competitor will
doing
be
it
birds.
to
Live among them.
make more, not really keep
Think how
interest,
many
because I
could
feel like there's
take
enough
out of the
interest
skies.
to be said anyway.
Think
But
how
I was
many
also
would
editing
be
the
Yes,
video down,
you
and
can
so
fight
some of
them
the
in
perspectives
their
seem more
home.
appropriate for some
Great idea,
situations.
Tal.
But
Can you lend me
now
a gun for
Yeah,
shooting
very
birds?
I'm curious if you guys, or if anyone really prefers one way or the other, because I know some people have looked, and some people have.
for everything.
I haven't heard a lot of opinions on it, especially in the comments. So leave a comment for that reason. Leave a like if you want, or whatever. Just so I know, you guys like that, watching this perspective of this stuff. And I'll try to keep more eyes open on the situation. I think that, in general, that's kind of how I feel about the whole thing. And I moved away from the conversation to talk to you guys about it because I know I'm oversaturating with that word and everything, but like just let me know. Just let me know, because I want to do the most ideal one. In fact, I could get rid of this screen entirely and just do a first-person one, like I was doing before.
Oh, there she is.
Anyway, so, food for thought.
Yeah, she just ran past.
Just ran off.
That's checked.
She's at the
Anywho.
reps.
No Kiki's
No,
on
there
the
is a
train.
Kiki
That
over
way.
there.
Oh.
Val,
Hey
you're
Kiki, as
losing
in
your
there's
mind.
multiple Jackson.
Multiple of them. Does she have a nest?
Are there?
God, probably. She's a bird.
Oh no.
She's not a bird. I'm trying to get that out of my head.
I mean, she's part bird, mostly bird.
She's a harpy.
No, she's a harpy. She's not a bird. She's a harpy.
Mhm.
And she just happens to have wings like a bird, and talons like a bird, and legs like a bird, and everything else like a bird apart from
She
her
also
face.
has wings like a harpy and talons like a harpy.
Huh?
You okay, Tal?
The
Yeah. What?
harpies lay
What?
eggs.
What is this?
Yes.
Okay.
Probably.
I was trying. It's like round, right? I look past the wings like I look past Bellacosa's wings because everything else is there,
Mostly.
and you don't have tendencies
I
like a
do
bird
not
on
lay
the
eggs.
eggs, do you?
I don't lay
Exactly.
eggs. No.
See?
Do
He
you?
doesn't
I
lay
can
eggs.
say the same
What?
for you, lizard man.
Nothing.
Like,
I'll have you know
Lizards lay
whatever comes
eggs.
out of you. You don't want to know what comes out of there, actually.
The egg?
probably not, no.
Probably a lot of
I'm
wine,
lost.
all
I'm
things
lost in this
considered.
conversation.
Mm.
Okay, I'm gonna go
don't
see
think
what
I
my
wanna know
teammate's
that
doing with an
first.
You
oversized
are an
sword.
alcoholic.
Your fault. Just a teacup. It was just a teacup.
I don't think
Oh, there she is.
Nice combinations.
Oh, just practicing. It's weird. I've been thinking about it, and you know, I punch shit, right? You know,
I seem the flux seem to put
I-
me
I had
higher
to-
than there should be.
No, it's okay. I'll help you out when that happens.
Yeah, so like you're
Hello,
planting me in the
Solus.
ground like a flower.
I was going to say, when you do your
Mhm.
stance again, your fighting stance.
just this.
Yeah. Brace it. Brace. Put the fist up. Keep his hands up. This fist is closer, so you'll be snapping faster if you start with that one.
Well, is he a lefty
into
or
your
a righty?
combo. You know.
Might want to clarify that first.
Well, I can barely write with either. I tend to wield a sword. Am I right? If that means anything.
That would be
Then
your.
you're right.
You're
Or
right.
at
yeah.
least
Well, there's another test too.
Yeah.
Wait, I'm gonna push you.
Oh, okay, Jesus.
Yeah, he's right-handed.
that's how you figured.
Mhm. Your
What?
lead foot, the right foot, the foot you land on.
Ah, right.
Yes, right.
I mean, I used to not have either, and I landed on my face the first time someone did that. So, that would have been a different subject if that had happened to address.
Hmm.
Mhm.
It's just something. If like I'm missing something to make him really hurt, you know, like I've got it down enough to the point that I can knock over a drunk man that's trying to attack me. I've been able to do that for a good while, but this, I don't know. I feel like there's
Yeah.
an
those
extra step I'm missing, you know, something
men
I
are
can
drunk too.
smack someone's shit in. I've got to punch stuff with my magic, and I don't want it to be half-assed the entire time.
What if you got a
Have you ever
gauntlet for your
considered an
hands?
uppercut?
That too. That's very effective. I saw him doing them. They were mostly
Yes,
body
but the thing he's talking about is a step in.
Mm-hmm.
If you uppercut someone with a step in, you can almost lift them off the ground.
Mm. That's true. If you keep that opening, it's really about the. Well, yes, aiming for the jaw is a good
Well,
area.
My expertise is when it usually comes to beating someone's shit in. exhausting them with jabs with your weaker hand, and then playing in a straight with your right is exactly more things that could push somebody's shit in proverbially. When somebody's exhausted, they will feel it. Trust me and believe. If you saw any of the brawl today, it was a rather good
Can we
showing
get
of
a shot of
form.
dummy? There's that.
So focus on.
Right, because he's got something behind what he's saying. The thing is that I'm already. And the thing is that I'm leaving it back here, that I use it more for quick jabs because they're snap. That's really quick, and you have to learn to get in a pattern of dodging. But then when you dodge that, or try to dodge it, then you could bring in your other foot and do a blow to, which would be your liver or kidney in this way. If you want to floor someone, you hit them in the liver, and their legs will go weak like what is it? Spaghetti pasta? I don't remember.
You be doing that here.
Noodles, something.
Yeah.
I think those are really good combinations for weakened opponents, you know, or ones that have their backs turned to you. If you're locked in, and this is hand to hand, generally, but if you've locked their weapons down, their arms, and then using that as a combination to, you know, bah or bah right in the liver. Do you know what I'm saying? Like in a
Yeah, I get that.
it starts with a C. The Clash.
Cross?
Yeah, the Cross. Cross, Clash, same thing. If you lock someone's weapon up,
Yes.
it's good to have a follow-up combination of moves.
Yes. A cross is usually also another set of hooks where you come overhead with a hook and then you come underhead.
Oh, I thought it was just okay.
Yes.
I didn't know the language.
That's another form, because here's the thing. With a hook, it's going to drag your face. When you get a hook, it will force the opponent's head to go lower.
I
So
see.
that cuts down the time for another hook to go upwards.
Hmm.
Okay. Oh.
What are you feeling about this
All right.
this magic dilemma? You mean? I've heard you say a lot. Don't let me keep you from your practice. I was just curious about your thoughts on that.
Oh, the magic stuff?
Yeah.
Thinking about it a lot. And I think, after a lot of consideration, I think defense shouldn't really be the thing I should be worried about. Well, yeah, having defense is good, right? I can trust in you guys to, like, back me up on that. Because if we're all
Well, what if you're
defense,
alone?
then there's no offense. Oh, well, I'll just do what I've always done. Kill the person before they kill me, right?
Ideally, we shouldn't leave him alone. Have you seen him? at the
Yes,
coffee
but I'm
shop?
just saying. Yes, but he should be always prepared.
Of
Sometimes
course.
there might be divisions and people know how to cut and divide ranks. Should also be prepared to
That's
fight
true.
alone.
That's why I've considered some stuff, and I'll do the cone thing that Coldwell mentioned.
Oh yeah,
and
we had a talk with.
I think
the
I'll
other
develop
person.
something.
Okay.
I'll develop a spell later down the line when I'm way stronger and shit.
Okay.
Something I don't really want to pull out very often, but something that would kill the person before they even have a chance to blink. I don't really want to use it, but should the chance arise that I need to just get out of somewhere, something that can at least leave them horribly burned or something is
Right.
a necessary backup just in case things get rough.
Horribly burned. What are you trying to throw a fire punch or something?
That's what he did earlier.
It's funny you mentioned that. If you don't mind me using some magic real quick.
I'm gonna back up so I don't get blinded. Oh dear.
Sunstrike!
Oh, interesting.
It's very hot
I
when you're
don't
standing
know,
next to
I
him.
don't really want to leave it on fire. Whew. And Thank
Get
you.
better at controlling it.
Yeah. I mean, it's a lot of practice and a lot of realization about all that stuff. You know, there's a lot to learn about magic, and I realized with fire in particular, I just need to kind of build up a lot of anger and let it all out in one big go. That really helps with the sunstrike anyway. I need to.
This will be the last exercise I really do today, I think. Because I feel exhausted and my feet hurt. And I'm talking to myself. You know, I can ramble in my own words while I figure out what a shield form is.
On the domain depth. But I just kind of got the idea from the Ignis one that really pushed my identity and stuff to make sure it's all Ignis. I gotta be fire. I gotta be loud, aggressive, kind of, you know, bright. No, not bright, but like shining bright. You know, like full attention on me, kind of bright. Like that. That kind of shit. And that's like, I can do that. So I've been thinking, well, when people need me to be formal, say there's a big formal, I can shut up and pretend not like that. So I think from now on, I'm just gonna stop pretending that I am super well behaved. I thought I'd let myself go loose.
Okay, let's see. Foci. Hi, Iveen.
Hey, Jackson.
Listen to that thing the entire time, and honestly, I'll have to also listen to Captain's orders, because usually my heart...
I'm doing a form, so I'm distracted. It's all good. No, it was wrong. Anyway, I had to practice that. What's up? How you doing?
Oh, I was just wandering.
Yeah, this has seemed to be the most exciting area of the training grounds today, or the school, the campus today. Oh,
Did they really go down that fast?
Yeah, it's not a big form. It's more about the tensing and releasing of muscles, and so like the most of the form is learning how to stand, and lift and push. For the shield, for the spear, it's a lot more in sync with the other weapon, because that's spear and shield, and then for dagger, I never taught you that one. But for dagger, it's more about thinking it's more about thinking about the precise forward movement, and not really because you have a shorter weapon, so you need to be faster, and so when they have the range on you, you need to get the stab in quickly and keep, your shield is a dagger, and so you need to keep that up. But
I meant during the ball. I went down fast in the ball, but good to know.
The ball. You went in a ball?
The fight.
Oh! What do you mean? I didn't go down fast. What were you saying? You?
I went down.
I'm sorry. I went into a rant. Yeah. It wasn't... I mean, look. That being said, of what I had said up there, it's not always the most easy thing to practice, And another thing is, like, it's not the only thing you have to remember. in a fight. There's also the attitude, there's the conditions, there's the setting, the terrain, the policy, which is something people don't talk about very often, but the theory of all that, and self-defense itself comes down to a lot of it, which is the entire attitude, genuinely, for most forms in which they were created. I know I'm spewing information, but it's mostly the scholars that had done it. Like Lewind, he was a really good weapons master, but he had said any weapon that was created as a tool, and tools are meant to help, not to harm. Those who seek harm with their tools will find it, and often it is all they know, which just means, like, you know, you don't want to spend a lot of time in the harm because you get hurt as well, and so seeking out trouble is dangerous. But that's just a more defensive way to look at it all, I suppose. Solus specifically would probably benefit from a different writer's philosophy on it all. Scobold, you don't know these people. How's your day? How's your afternoon now? I can't hear you speaking, by the way, if you were. No, I can't hear you. I can't hear you right now. Oh, I'm sorry. I'll be here if you need to leave. I'll be here for a minute. I'll be following Solus around. Probably. My feet hurt. I've done a lot of drills and stuff today. Yeah, you're good to go. Hanging with our advisor.
We're coming to crash the party in fashionable style.
Oh.
Aqua seems to always be having something going on.
Yeah.
Either them or Team Lumen. Or the one time Team Terra.
And just lie back and exist.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir.
It was a good party.
It doesn't help that part of my torso is
How's the bicep?
Hmm?
You still have energy?
Fine. Well, I still got plenty of energy. I can find anyone, honestly. If you want to keep going, I'm going down to keep dodging
No
stuff.
sparring. I didn't mean to interrupt. Okay.
Yeah, it's fine.
Alright.
Oh, not bad. That is a feint. I think you know how to use those, right?
More or less, you know. Something like,
Oh.
Alright.
Remember
good.
to flip your feet, Solus. Never go toe to toe.
Mm-hmm.
He's right, you know.
okay.
Right. Well, I think you're getting a little bit of the gist of it. Just remember, all the training against dummies, they don't fight back. You need to make sure that you're keeping a control piece.
Well, everyone's going to be like him. Well, their goal is combos and simple strikes. Some people you find are going to be more like me. As long as I can grab him, the fight is over.
It will be a struggle. I don't think it will be over.
You have watched me move the stones over there. Are you saying if I get my hand around your neck, the fight is not over?
I have options, but I don't think it would be over.
In a pure fist fight.
But I mean, if you went for my throat, then it's not exactly a fist fight anymore. It's a fight for life and death at that point.
Yes. Well, it's a bar fight.
Ah, I see what you're getting at.
Just remember, not everything's going to be fast and agile like him. Some things are going to be more like me, especially with beasts. Some of them will take the hit and try to trade for it. And for a lot of these, that is not a trade you want.
I'm working on bulking myself up.
So, go for a middle
Being
ground.
strong.
Bulk yourself up
Yeah,
enough
I
that
don't
a
wanna lose
punch
all
is
my
going to
speed.
knock you out. Make sure you're fast enough to keep up with him, at least.
He is right though. You'll fight different types of opponents every time, while I'm more agile and quick. If it was a fight of strength, Caldwell has me beat.
That's a good point.
10-0. I imagine.
Well,
I
that's
can.
the exciting part about it, right? You know,
I can
you know
own up
it's
to
gonna
my.
be able to get new shit every fight.
I can own up to being on a lot of strength.
Training day.
And we'll definitely have some strategies. Something I need to watch out for.
That wasn't too bad.
My form of fighting is very much
There we are. Much better.
chosen all kill bar fight.
Have you ever seen that?
He's very brutal.
Oh.
No. It's just a lot of drunk, holding men.
Well, if you ever see one of those, it's never going to compare to the things you just do solving, man. That's annoying.
The bowling ended, but I don't know what.
Nice.
Honestly though, I learned a lot of what that you never learned at such a young age. You know what? It's not everything.
Ah.
Well, definitely speed and agility. I'll just build up your strength and young people around it. It was just supposed to be a light spot though. I didn't want to go too.
What? You scared I'm gonna beat you or something?
Careful. Now hold on.
No, I'm just saying. I don't wanna start any problems. However.
Alright.
Huh. It's a lot better.
Alright, so, all out, right?
Oh.
No.
Fuck.
Look at the amount of knives on that man. It is not an all-out fight.
Well, you know, I can only wish for so much. Maybe at this time I thought something more serious. Headlock. No. Okay. You're the one that said use my head, right? So here I am, using my head.
Hey, Ivan.
Head grab. In the stomach.
I'm just trying to practice quick fires. Quick fire. Well, yes.
My voice working again?
Yeah. I can hear you. I'm sorry.
It's no worries. Apparently that punched more than me than knocked me out. But
Wasn't bad. Yeah. What's up?
I am actually going to retire for the night.
Oh, okay.
So
I'd walk you back, but I should look after this fire
fair enough.
spawn. Yeah. Okay.
There are always other factors to watch out for.
Ah. Well, you know. It's good. My main issue that I've been struggling with is trying to actually hit it when it's about that close. Because if someone's gaining on me, you know, I want to be able to quick fire without missing. But I'm working on it. I'll hit something, I suppose.
Good luck with that.
Thank you, Irene. Have a good night. Thank you
You as
for
well.
attending today and doing your best.
Hmm.
You did do good. Just, you know,
Sure. But yeah.
yeah. Keep your wits about you
Um,
and try to learn from your mistakes. I'm sorry.
keep
I'll
that
let
in
you
mind.
close now. Yeah, of course.
Good night. Yeah.
Good night. Good night, Irene.
He's not even
Think I'm pretty good at fighting, but I also figured out that I can get used to fighting pretty easily, right? Just a little bit of saying that I'm a little better, and man, that's what I want.
Well, he's got you there.
Okay, that wasn't bad.
That brawl kind of sparked a little excitement in me today. I'll be honest.
The recovery doesn't mean I'm that dumb, you know? I know to get things.
I never.
Well, I know for a fact in my many days of pissing off adults that nothing makes them more angry than an annoying kid saying they're better than them at something. Really grinds their gears and then...
Whoa. Whoa.
Son of a bitch, he's on something.
Speaking of people being better than others, that little lesson I'll give you earlier in regards to affinities.
No.
There's a very easy way to tell how much you should respect and fear a person based on the amount of affinities they have.
the higher the area?
More or less.
That was weird.
Very basic and mundane way to put it. One affinity. A person skilled. Most likely.
It's not the most useful
At
thing.
least treat them as if they are. The fact they have one affinity
Need to
means
sand it
they're
again or
at least
something.
one domain of magic. One school of magic.
Okay.
That they are able to use against you with very little warning. Two affinities. This person deserves some of your respect. Sure, one of them they may have been born with. But in most likely cases, they have trained long enough to gain both. This also means you have to be wary of them. The amount of options they have to throw at you with very little warning
Come to the feet.
has increased. Most people with two affinities are usually reaching into
It's a bit better.
late seconds to third circle. Three affinities. These are first people who demand your respect and deserve it. Even amongst elves, there aren't many who get three affinities. It's because it takes a lot of practice, a lot of very focused dedication.
That wasn't. Okay.
Warm required most of their life. Beyond that, the limit is 4. There is, however, not really a reason to discuss people who have 4. There are few and far between oddities, even amongst elves. So, chances of you meeting one are incredibly slim.
Oh, that mark's good. Huh.
Whatever is the case, I'm up against them. I'll just... I'll rely on not, I'd write a will.
I'm more accurate if I look at the center.
The good news is, fourth circle spellcasters, the reason they're so rare is because to reach that point they are usually recluses or scholars locked away in towers.
Oh, do you reckon they're pretty weak physically? I could just close the gap and just...
90% of the time, yes.
Okay.
You may not realize it, but you know for a fact it's not 100% true.
Yeah, I can't see what they're all saying, but if most of the time they are going to be like that, I'll just, I don't know. They're usually smart, right? So I'll say the usual dumb shit, getting confused, and they're that weak. Oh, just kick between the legs. Just pretty come like falling down, right?
The hard part's getting close to them. Again, the recluses, usually locked away in towers. Over here looking at someone who has most likely full control over 4 domains of magic. Once you're in melee, you're probably in pretty good condition. And you won't have to worry too much about
A lot of this episode has just been us talking about like magic and fighting, which I think is really fascinating.
Too much.
Because we often don't really do that. Like, focus on it for as well. We have actually in the past for a while, to the point that I was like yawning and falling asleep, and not because I'm not interested in the concept of them learning about it. It's just because like the talks are so long-winded for some. But it's whatever. It's just I think you know, the obvious things that interest me are usually the combat and RP, but and like the conflicts. The conflict stuff is always the most fascinating for me to watch. But I think that Jackson specifically falls in that line too, the way that I've built him, so it's not too out of the realm of possibility for him to feel that way as well. That being said, I don't really want to stand here for another 4 hours or whatever and talk about whatever's happening with the magic. I mean that's a cynical way to put it. I don't feel cynical about it. It's just I don't want to ditch my teammate, because out of the policy of the character, I don't think that he would. So I'm just gonna kind of wander around until we're ready to go, and he fetches me or something like that, or sit. Maybe I could sit, because my feet actually do hurt though. Oh. I crashed earlier because my computer got kicked by me again, and that happened one time. I was doing an NPC. I think I have video of it even happening. I was doing an NPC perspective or something, and I hit my computer, and then it crashed VRChat, and I had to restart it and everything. It was very odd, but I remember it pretty well. Oh, fuck you. I'd rather sit on the floor, I think, than do this whole charade. Or squat, maybe. Maybe I'll get exercise by squatting, which I had plenty of. But we'll see. Across the sea. Heroes fall, then bend knee. In the lands of broken vows, blood is spilled, ships break their bow. I feel like I'm too short. Bye, Dad. Love you. I know. Hey, Solus.
Why are you out here all by yourself then, huh?
I've got tired. My feet hurt. But also, I feel like my legs are a lot more bendy than I remember them being. And I might have to adjust how tall I am in my head. Don't overthink that statement.
Oh, right. Uh-huh.
Anyway, I've been
No,
noticing
I
it all
get
day.
it.
Oh. Oh. Whew. Yeah, they had a lot to share about magic and combat and all that, and I felt like the need to sit down and have some silence, I suppose. Ivy went to sleep. I think we are the last Terra members awake tonight.
Usually does go early. I've had a good day. I got my point proved. Learned a bunch of magic shit.
Did you hit our advisor in the face with your hands?
I did. Punch him in the stomach a few times as well. Oh, and
wow.
uppercut to the jaw.
Okay. Well, if you don't score well on his next test, I don't know what to say. But well done. Well done.
I think he was more impressed when I told him that I had gotten everything I wanted from him. I figured it out, you know.
Wow.
It's the secret that I've learned.
That's
from my
definitely an
city
impressive
life
statement to
and all,
hear.
but I'll tell you the greatest secret.
Uh-huh.
I'll tell you the secret most people don't want you to know.
Oh,
Is
okay.
that the thing adults, proper trained, strong people hate the most is a shitty little brat up in their face claiming they're better at their big fancy thing that they're good at.
You know what? I don't think anyone's ever told me that before. You're right. I wonder why they would want to hide that from me.
And they will go out of their way desperately to prove you wrong. Like, I got our advisor to fight me. And, well, you know how I'm like. I can't resist a good fight. I want him to go all out. I want him to hold back baby style, so...
Oh, I
what
see.
did I get?
Fighting our professor. Well, you know what? If it works for you, well done. Why did you... You were going to fight in the arena, I thought, with everyone.
I thought about it, but... One, I think I'd get a little too heated up, and I tried beating someone to near death with a bottle I could find nearby. And two, I wanted to actually train. I know I like having fun with the fighting, but I wanted to actually get something done.
Can I walk over?
I have some self-discipline, right?
I didn't know if you had anything specific.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's right. That's fair enough. I felt more of a need to practice my new weapon than anything else because I needed to do testing and all that.
Also, the big brawl wouldn't help me with what I'm trying to learn. I'm trying to actually master hand-to-hand combat, not just kind of flail my arms about till someone gets knocked out.
I see. Well, yeah, in a more controlled setting, I found with a sparring partner, it's a lot easier to learn about yourself than... I mean, drills are helpful for the one purpose of, teaching your muscle to do the thing. But once you have that down, putting it into practice and getting the experience, like they were saying, with several of the opponents. Because if you stick to one style, if you only fight Professor Takuya, you'll never know what someone like Professor Acteris will, fight like. You won't be as prepared. So I thought that was a good point.
Exactly.
I'd forgotten about. There is a...
But for me, I guess that's the
There's a
appeal of it, right?
writer who
Fighting
talks
all
about
sorts of people.
offensive styles of weaponry, and I think you'd like the book, but his name is Scofer or something like that. Scof. He's a scholar. Yeah, it's funny because it's in the same line as that. Anyway, if you can find him in the library, he probably has a lot of different books. I read his dagger style.
How many pictures has it got in that exactly? Because big long book saying exactly something I
He
can do.
doesn't have a lot of illustration, but I do think there is a black and white picture I saw one time of one of his duels he held. He's a weapon master, but specifically in the arts that are more offensive, and I thought you would be interested to know about that. I don't know if he
Well,
covers
I mean, if I'm
fencing
able to
swords,
read it.
but maybe he does. In which case, that would be a rare find, because usually fencing swords are pretty defensively used, you know, to like bat away the opponent and then poke. At least the way I've seen them. Ugh.
Well, I mean, that's the way to put it, but it's like my old man said. Well, yes, most people will try to use them for defense. Then going on the offense and trying to ruin someone's face of it, it's gonna catch people off guard because they expect you just to bat away their things and then light jab.
Yeah, that's
But
true.
they're pretty deadly swords. Like they don't get enough credit. Sure, they can't.
Solus Jackson.
Smack someone up the wall.
Yes, Avi. Hello. What is that?
It's a letter. Have any of you seen Telkaras?
They left the arena a while ago. I'm not sure where.
Yeah. Maybe
Thank
they're
you.
at the
At least know where not to
pool
check.
party.
Okay. There might be a pool party. Well, I hope he understands what a teleporter's for. Because he's really running over the hill there. Okay. Yep, okay. Yeah, he's unsorted now. I found Telkaras. He's behind us.
Oh, he is?
Yeah,
Oh,
I'll go tell him. Tell, Captain.
Captain.
Avi
How's it going,
is
Jack?
seeking you, and he just ran over this hill to find you, I think. And he has a letter. I don't know.
Ran over
if
the-
that's relevant. Yeah.
He ran over the hill.
Well, he went up this behind the warehouse. Do you know what I mean? The dirt path.
I guess I'll just chase behind it.
I guess.
All right, thank you.
I didn't mean to make you.
Wonder what it wants.
Yep.
No, of course. No, it's fine. I'll see. He's got a letter or something.
Okay. Great.
Nothing like running at night.
Thank you.
Yeah. Glad I could help.
Oh, it's for Tal. I thought it was from Tal. I got worried we had
I don't know.
another person.
Oh, I see. Yes, actually, in hindsight, that would have been terrible. Okay. How are you feeling about Rosewood, Solus?
I think it's nice, you know. I think most would consider it good training, but as a home, maybe not so great. But I think it's just got about everything I could ever need. Good training area, an area to let out my frustrations and anger, a chance to better myself and become something useful, and I guess in the weird sense, parental figures for once in my life. People that care, you know, give a shit. Even if it's just pretending and they have to do it to not, you know, scare away the child soldiers, almost child soldiers, from fighting, you know,
Death itself.
ungodly powerful odds.
Yeah.
You know, death itself, the end. Even if it is just them pretending to care, it still feels nice to have someone that I can lean back on. I'm sure it's pretty fucking obvious, but I do see Coldwell as kind of like a dad figure, you know? He goes out of his way to teach me things. I mean, I can't even
Grandpa,
begin
maybe.
to explain how happy I felt when he spent time out of his day to come tell me about stuff while I was training. It wasn't something I asked him to do. He just kind of mentioned, "Oh yeah, you're fine with me talking about stuff, right?" And I said, "Yeah," and he began rambling, and it was nice.
Huh.
To not feel like I have to, I don't know, go stab someone to impress a person.
Is that how you feel about us?
Oh, I wouldn't say it about you guys. You guys are a family, but I've had families before. I guess, you know, I'll see it differently if we stick around with each other for a good few years, but I've had what I consider families back home at the orphanage. I've had, you know, kids that I can take
I
care
see.
of, little brothers, sisters, all that stuff. But
Yeah, I've seen
never
brothers
stayed
very
very long.
competitive. Very competitive bunch, brothers.
yeah, I think just the main issue is they never stick around long. by the point that I had turned 18, there weren't many left of my age. They either had all moved out or they had gotten lucky. And the little ones I take care of, well, they're small, cute little kids. People want to, they dig that up. They see the sad child in the poor orphanage and they desperately come scrambling in to take it somewhere safe. Which is nice, but... Sorry, I'm like trauma dumping on you.
It's okay.
I don't mean to do that. I don't mean to.
No,
bring
I
the
was
mood
just
down
I
at
was
all.
just thinking about parenthood and all that. I am surprised nobody well, anyway. Are you turning in for the night early?
Well, I'm just gonna drop off all my shit. I don't want to carry this around all day.
Oh yeah, that's fair enough.
I'm
I think I'll join you in that.
Or just relax for a bit.
I think that sounds fine too. Yep. I feel like taking a good rest off my feet.
That
be
sounds
nice.
real nice.
It's a very quiet day today.
A lot of people weren't here today, weirdly enough.
Did you ever go to school? Any schools of any kind?
Oh, no, not at all. Couldn't afford it. Far
Yeah.
too expensive for,
They sure are.
quoting the old man, was not worth that amount of money.
This old man, you talk about him a lot.
Well, it's odd, I guess. In a bizarre sense. I know he kind of raised me, but the more I hang around people here and I talk to other people, maybe he raised me wrong, you know?
Well, Huh. It's quite a statement. I'm not... I used to feel... like something like that. I don't know the exact word, I suppose. But yes, I know what you're talking about. I really do. I do.
I feel like he didn't raise a kid, you know? There was no real intention to sorting me out. That was a kid with problems, you know? I was a maybe 8, 9-year-old shoved into a city I wasn't familiar with and I just watched my parents die, so, I wasn't exactly the most stable kid around. I picked fights. I picked a lot of fights, actually. And I don't know, the younger kids liked me because I picked on bullies, but it was more convenient. More than, it was more a coincidence than actual me saving the day as a hero. I saw people being loud, and I saw it as a chance to fight someone. Let out your angers and the lack of parental guidance in your life on some other poor kid.
My dad... Not my dad. It's funny what you said about the, stabbing someone to impress people. I felt not like that, but I think the first time I really had friends was when I started fighting back. Or fighting, I suppose, pushing more effort into that.
Yeah. Fuck the military, am I right? Bunch of assholes in it.
Oh, don't let Nelly. Well, actually, nope. You can pretty much say that. Couldn't at my old school. There was professors there had a lot of pride for their students. Or their job. Couldn't discern which most of the time. Well, the thing that makes the common Astrian condition is usually the differences of everyone. If everyone were the same, we wouldn't have to work so hard, and I assume we'd all get a lot more bored than we usually are. Even when we're bored.
Guess so. I mean, it basically is my goal to prevent a whole world of, another generation of me's to be made, so if everyone was like me, I think I'd lose my fucking mind.
I think I'd get the exact conversation I've always wanted to have. And everything would go amazing if everyone was just like me.
Really now?
Mm-hmm. And there'd be no war, and everybody would hug. And that's how the world would work. Sorry about this. There we are.
Yeah, I mean, I'm almost jealous. Look at you. I mean, you're a life in check that you could sort out a world but all by yourself. If it was all you, if it
I've
was
got
all
it
me,
all
it'd
figured
be
out.
war constantly.
Solus, the only reason I don't tell anyone is because I'm in control. I've decided on the day, like a god. Yeah. Like a god. Me, myself, am God.
Hmm. Well, I mean, that's an impressive little thing you've got going there. But
Soft tier.
you are as God. You still have a very, you're still a very mortal man as a god. I hate to break it to you.
Gods can bleed, can't they?
Can they?
I thought they could.
I always assumed there were some
There's like
mighty great things that we can even comprehend, right?
Well, they're like
I'm wrong.
the mythology behind a lot of them. I thought they bled in it. They bled a couple times. Am I wrong about that?
Really?
I might be wrong. I don't know. Old stories of, knights and stuff.
Jackson, I'm sure you're right. I can't fucking read Jackson, so I wouldn't know.
Oh yeah, that's true.
I'd have no way of checking for you, so I'll take your word for it.
Well, yeah, churches do say a lot, but I've heard arguments in the past as well of like, well, what about this story where I think it was Festus actually. He was the one who he lost one of his eyes, I think, in a duel because he was being, I don't know the exact context. He lost his eye. Festus's flaring eye.
Lose as well.
That's what they call it. I guess so. I guess potentially. I suppose you'd have to be like God status, godlike to do it, but you could probably win. You know what, Solus? If that's what you want, you have my permission to train to beat a god in a duel.
Well, I mean, gotta be one of those bastards up there that ruined the world, right? Considering everyone goes, oh, they control everything. It's all one great big thing from them. So, yeah. If I ever get my hands on one of them,
that is a lot of dedication to gods.
I'll beat them with an inch of their life.
There we are. I'm just trying to position myself correctly. Ooh.
No, I won't beat them with an inch of their life. I'll make them choke on their own blood. Sorry, Dad. Again. Kids have issues, alright?
No, it's fine.
I
understand.
I can be honest with you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess it's just nice to have something to open up to. Usually I'm surrounded by 10-year-old kids who are asking me how to open a packet of, the cookie jar or something, so... I guess I feel a lot of anger. Like, a lot. A lot. A lot of hatred for a lot of people.
Yeah?
The minorest of things really do piss me off.
For what?
I've been alright at hiding it, I think. I like to believe that anyway, but, you know.
I don't think I
that's
will,
why the
Bear. I'm
fire
sorry.
magic comes so easily, because I am desperate to spill someone's blood.
Fuck.
And I think the old man is a very bad influence in that. He didn't raise a kid. I don't think he even raised a soldier. I think he raised a killer. Every single training, it was weak points. Learning how to slit the neck of someone with the arteries in the arm, shit like that. He was treating me like I was just a weapon. And I guess it was nice at the time, you know? I'd get a dummy and I'd go for the neck and I'd get approval. Good job, Solus. You did good. A pat on the head, you know? And after a good few years of nothing from any sort of adult in my life, I just accepted that maybe that was what adults wanted. They wanted a, cold killer. But I couldn't really do the showing off emotion shit. That was something I couldn't figure out. He spent time trying to get me to do that, actually. Trying to tell me to just focus and block out all emotions that, after about a year or so of trying, he gave up and instead chose the method of, overwhelming emotion. Watch the kid lose his shit and attack people, And that led to bar fights and... I don't know, just... I wish I could have a normal childhood, I'm thankful to be here for you guys and fighting people, but... I'd give up everything I have now just to see my family for 5 minutes.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Yes.
There's nothing wrong with that.
But I think there is, because people say that, and they don't mean it, but I mean it. I'd hurt people for 5 minutes. I'd kill friends just for 5 minutes to hear my parents say that I'm still alive, and that's okay. Just... something, anything, just... anything to not see them scared for once, just nice... It's a nice final memory of them. That'd be nice. And so just because of him. Alexandra Lionheart. The great commander of some army somewhere, and he fucking with some war hero. Maybe you've heard of him, I don't know.
Lionheart?
Apparently he was Lionheart, yeah.
No, I haven't. I was gonna do a joke.
No?
Have you heard of a Samuel Axworth?
I believe he might have dropped a name once or twice similar to that.
Really?
Is that
I'd be surprised.
dad?
Yeah. There's another one named Jackson Axworth, and he was my father's father. He was a very respected commander who led a small squad of artillerymen for the better years of Astria, I suppose. Um,
Wait. Did your grandfather, father, one of them, did they lead an attack on a... It wasn't a large city, but something small that had something important in. I can't remember the details, but
I don't know.
anything like that.
Maybe. I didn't focus too much on that history until, well, now I would probably read all about it, but I didn't. When I was a boy at Pendlebury, Northern Pendlebury Military Academy, that's the full name. You have to say it. My best friend, when we first met, used to hold me down and kick the shit out of me with his friends. And one day I helped him out, beating them, or fighting them. Not really much of a beating, but I did my best. And then we were forced to spend time together. He became a brother to me, more than any brother I've ever had. And the last thing I remember about him was a gash in his neck and coughing blood and blood and tears and mud all over him. And I saw him wave at something in the distance behind me, and I turned around to go look, and I left him there thinking, oh, I'm gonna come right back. But I didn't get to. You know? I just left. And when I went back to find him, he was gone. I don't know if it was too dark or if he had been picked up by angels and flew away, or what happened. It was almost like he was just sucked into the land. And I think that if I had the chance to hurt someone to see him again, I'd do it too. So I understand.
Does the last face you remember it stick in your mind? That face he was making at the time when you locked the room?
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think if it was just parents, then I could learn to move on, you know? I think if it was just parents, I could start to figure myself out, but I had two little brothers. One 4, maybe 5. The other not even able to speak. And I wasn't able to do anything for either of them. I can remember the crying. It's and the burning. There's a lot of that. A lot. Fire. I remember that much, yeah. Just everywhere. It didn't seem to end, you know? Every turn, I took every step I made so I could follow it. But, and then, you know, I spent maybe a year, I don't know. Hard to tell time when you're stuck on the streets for that long, but I just remember it getting actively colder and warmer as the days into the month.
How old were you back then?
I was 8 when it first happened. And I was 8 when I spent, yeah, living on the streets. It was rough. The people of Fleming's don't take too kindly to little kids covered in dirt, stinking like shit, walking up to their houses. A lot of well-off people in that area, and I think they were just paranoid. I mean, who can blame them, right? It was the rifts. They had ruined everything that we all had, but when they see a small kid walking up their door begging to come in, they get afraid, right? They don't know if they can afford it. The kid looks off. I mean, I was starving. I had rotten bread in my hands, or if not that, I was holding some, and then some shop owner or even a guard would come along and hit me and take it away. Parents don't want a thief in the house. That'd be, you know, that'd be a hassle. They wouldn't even lock me up, that's the worst bit. Too young for jail, right? Yeah. Can't throw me in there, so they consider a beating a stern warning and let me go. And trust me, I tried to get pulled away into some sort of jail to at least be fed and have shelter above my head, but you know, it was all bad circumstance. I wasn't the only one suffering, and there were adults that needed to be locked away for much worse things. People went crazy as the rest started. They were doing things they wouldn't normally do, killings, you know, stealing. It's a lot. I think I went through hell and back, but I don't know. Is it born who I am today? Whether that's a good thing or a bad thing, I really don't. But I do like to wonder, you know. What would I have been without the rift? Had my parents lived, maybe I could have saved up enough money at the home to go to a school, learn. Who would Solus Anima have been to people, if not the killer trained by an old war veteran, you know? What could he have been? An older brother? Maybe I could have been a scholar, who knows? Maybe I would have been one of the smart people. Maybe I would have been not so angry. I'm sorry.
Don't apologize.
Large trauma dumping again. I gotta. The last time I've had this, you know. Big old lion heart at home. He just tell me to suck it up and use that anger for training. For killing a man. Which.
Have you ever killed a man before?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I have. Not at my proudest moment, but It had to be done, I think.
Yeah, me neither. I always thought it was a bit overhyped.
Well, it was self-defense as well, so...
Yeah, same
Had to
here.
do something, couldn't let the guy kill me.
I mean, I just mean, I would hang out and my platoon would break off into groups. I think it was Raccoon, the Raccoon Squad. We were Wildwood Company, so they'd break our squads up into names of animals. We were Mockingbird, and Raccoon.
Yeah.
Well, they were the ones with guns. I think they had the experimental weaponry a lot of the time, and and they were joking about their kills once and making fun of men that died, and I knew generally because I could just feel the energy coming out from them, but everybody was very uncomfortable with all of that going on at that time. They were upset with the notion, I suppose, the making light of the mortality of it all, because I personally anyway never saw a lot of glory in what I had to do, but there were rare moments, and they were rare where I felt justified, but I think all in all, when it came to trouble and having it with someone, I used to dream about winning those altercations of pure, primal bravado, and then eventually in succeeding several times and ending up the victor, I just felt like a mess afterward if I thought about it too long. And if I thought about it at all, I really just remembered the brightest color at the end of it, not how proud of myself I felt performing the training correctly, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, my experience is a little different, but I guess I kind of get where it's coming from,
Yeah.
I was still pretty young when I did, fortunately.
How old were you when it happened?
Kinda hard to guess years, that I'd have been older than 12, maybe 11.
Wow. Yep, you got me beat there.
It was a rough year. It was a rough year in Flint, I remember that much. There was a person going around who had been doing things at the orphanage, kids would go out and walk, and we're dumb. I was like fucking kids, so we'd go down the alleyways and stuff to explore, and in times of need, bad men would catch kids, and we'd never see them again. I don't know what they were doing with them. I can only assume selling them, profit, but we were aware it was happening. If one kid vanishes, maybe you don't bat an eye. It's the posh part of Flint, It just happens sometimes that when multiple kids start disappearing over the days, that's when shit gets worrying. In one bad night, as the resident older brother of the entire orphanage, I had been trying to gather food. At that point, we didn't really have any money, so I was still out at night stealing. Well, there's a story, actually, of a boy with a wing who would sometimes run by and he'd offer us food. That was a little later on, a weird thing.
A boy with wings?
A different story. That's a little happier.
Like a Zverica?
Yeah.
Oh, weird.
I don't know, but I never caught his name. I think he might have left notes to me, but can't fucking read. So I never got his name. He'd offer us food, and he seemed to be on the run from authorities quite a lot, so I'd hide him inside the orphanage every so often.
Sounds like quite a friend.
Whenever, people would come to check in. Yeah.
Huh.
People would come in to ask, have you seen this boy? And, I just had him put him away with, we've got a lot of kids sleeping, can you please keep it down? And no, I haven't seen him. And they tend not to bother us, because Last thing they want to do is get up inside a dirty orphanage full of kids. You know, that
Dirty,
home, so-
filthy orphans. Ew. Is that really how they felt
Exactly.
about it?
They'd leave us alone. I think so.
That's
I can only
odd.
assume anyway, but they did leave whenever I told them, hey, we got a bunch of kids sleeping in here. And, well, I always made sure to make myself look extra filthy whenever they'd appear at the door. Yeah. Try and get them to
Well, maybe they just thought
go
it about
away.
you then.
Maybe, you know, I like to make them think they'd catch some horrific disease
And
if they got
cover
too close
yourself
to me,
in-
you know.
in
And if they ever
dirt.
start getting...
And shit, and then
Well, that's the thing, I would.
Threaten them.
I'd go out back, roll around in dirt for a little bit, and if they start getting a little too close to the door, I'd start coughing horrifically. And then they'd be like, alright, kid, alright, you take care, you go to bed.
wow, I admire your commitment to
They were
that.
scared. they didn't want to get catch little kid disease or whatever the fucking thought they had.
Children.
I thought I was just some dying child.
Are
yeah.
they contagious? Probably.
Mm. Well, you know, you don't want to catch over a kid's got because they don't. I made a specific point to cough and not cover my, you know, my hand with my mouth of my hand. Oh, my bad.
Just vomit on them. It's okay.
turn myself
I'm very
around.
comfortable.
Mhm. Mhm.
My
I gotta position myself.
What's
so
the worst you've ever
the
been
gods
sick?
can see my body and not lose tracking. Oh, a lot of bad shit. Probably from. I caught a cold at one point, which isn't too bad, but obviously taking care of the damn orphanage almost by myself, I had to go out of my way and still
I
get
mean,
food
you
for
were
people,
rolling
and
around
then
in dirt, so
and I
that
could-
must have helped. Somewhat.
Nah, yeah, I mean, yeah. But there was also a bad case of trying to grab some food. I had to sneak into the sewers to get away from
Oh, Jesus.
getting beaten to near death like usual.
It's disgusting.
And I got bitten by a few rats on my way home.
Oh, no.
So not
really?
only had I been sludging in, sewer water, I was bitten by rats, and I had a few holes in my clothes. It was all horrific. So I was getting sewer water in my cuts. I've been bitten by rats. I probably had some shit, and my cold was just getting worse because that water was not warm. I can tell you that much. Except for specific areas, but I didn't really want to think about why they might be warmer than others. You know.
You have been on quite the adventure,
So-
Solus.
Trust me, I've got stories galore of my shit childhood. But then, I got home, washed myself off with the local dirty water we had, and I was horrifically ill.
Oh, jeez.
I spent maybe a month bedridden.
Ugh.
Maybe 2, I don't know. I spent a long time bedridden, much to the old man's anger and dismay, considering his one real worker he had
Oh, he wanted you to try.
was now
and see.
horrifically ill. Yeah, and I couldn't even train, I couldn't even take care of the kids, any of that, so... It was nice that the kids tried to take care of me for once.
Oh, that is nice.
Keyword try, they'd come in my room and they go, oh, if you're feeling cold, there's some hot water, but instead of some nice little thing to hold on to, they'd pour hot water over my head. So,
They poured hot water on you?
And then the same thing goes for if I was starting to get a bit of a fever and I'd heat up, not sure what to do, they'd either find... I remember it was winter, so they'd go outside and grab icicles from
that's
the tops of the roofs, and then when I was sleeping, they put them in my shirt.
Jeez.
Or they'd drop them at my head, and that obviously woke me up.
Oh.
But
They dropped icicles on your head.
they had good intent.
Which side?
They did, yeah. Not sharp side down, don't worry.
Okay.
That one side. They weren't that dumb.
It was
I
about
wasn't.
to
I mean, if they
explain a
dropped the
lot.
sharp side down, I might not be here.
Yeah.
But yeah, they tried their best, and I did eventually recover. Not much to the help of anyone in the household, but I guess the effort was nice,
Yeah.
I remember a lot of very upset night times when they had been told by the old man that no, I could not read them a bedtime story because I probably would have sneezed all over them and gotten them sick as well. He gave me my own separate little room, obviously, to not get anyone else ill, and there was a lock on it, and just every night, the banging on the door, begging for some sort of bedtime story, but...
No. Why don't you read through the wall?
I tried, but
Speak
the
through
whole
the wall.
point is you try to get him in... Well, the thing is, it was a bit down the hall from their bedrooms, and the whole point
I
is you
see.
kind of
They have to be in
want
bed.
them to listen to it to fall asleep.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. I gotcha.
You know, you'd be shocked to find a kid that could ever finish the bedtime story, and I never heard the end of it.
My dad, he tells me, I don't remember it too well, but he tells me, I do remember one time where there was a girl with him, and I walked to his room to ask if I could sleep next to the bed, and then I got yelled at, and I remember crying, even though I don't remember why. Like, I don't even feel sad about it now, but I remember crying, and then I remember him being angry, and he wouldn't give me a bedtime story, but he would, like, hum songs, and then his girlfriend would show up. This was like years later. He got a girlfriend, and she started singing the song, and yeah. But I would usually read to myself at nighttime. I don't know why. My father tells me I was like a prodigy when it came to words, an expert communicator, or something. Actually, those would be words I would use. I'm an expert communicator.
You know.
Yeah. Absolutely.
The best at communicating of all time.
Speak Josen to me and I'll figure it out.
Oh, well, I'd love to if I knew how to.
See?
It's all just
So
kind
I'm
of...
already doing better than you there.
Oh, I guess you got me there, alright. I'll ask one more thing before I probably turn in.
Okay.
Do you ever fall in love before Rosewood? Ever find someone that you kind of thought, yeah.
I think so. I had a friend of mine I was awfully close to, and I might be whispering. I'm not intending to. Anyway.
You're fine. I'm still close enough I can hear anyway.
Yeah, she So yeah, probably. I remember a very awkward Christmas. I'm gonna get up real quick because my hips are just... Oh. There we are. Maybe, actually... Oh, that's why. My legs are going numb. Okay.
Oh, no, I feel that. You know what? I think mine are going pretty numb soon as well, so I should probably get up.
I can't believe this day feels so fast and yet... You know? There we are.
Yeah, I got it.
Plugging these in now. Da-da-da-da-da-da. There we are. Oh god. Oh god. Oh my gosh. Yes. I was trying to answer yes to that question. What did you? Is that why you asked? Are you in love now? Is it me, Solus? I'm your captain. You can't.
Alright, don't flatter yourself, Captain. Alright, I'm in love with you, but there was...
You
there
don't
was
love
one
me?
back home.
Solus.
Oh, I'm sorry.
How
My
could
heart
you?
belongs to another. The battlefield calls to me.
That's my favorite response I've ever received. I can't, my dear. I'm married to my work.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
It's very
But
good.
There was one.
Hmm.
She was a flower girl. Lived in the posher parts of Flens. My encounter with her was a classic chance meeting of fate, except probably less, a good first impression for me when I fell through the top of their flower stand and crushed a bunch of their flowers. As smooth as I always am. But I was on the run as per usual for taking food, and they hid me. Well, I say hid me. I think they were more in shock that some random boy had fallen through the sky and landed in their flowers, that they didn't know what to tell the police they had seen a boy with food. But I remember the first thing they asked me was if I was an angel from falling from the skies, and I don't know what it was about that, but I sat in awe. Like, I didn't. And she had this amazing hair, and it was just, I had the most amazing times with her, and
All right,
I
yeah.
didn't know what the...
Yeah, I got you. It's okay. You don't have to. I understand.
But then, knowing as per my luck, I showed up with flowers one day to just be... No, I wasn't planning to ask them out. I never intended to. There was a way too big a gap in
Why'd you get her?
power and
Why'd you get her
money and all that,
flowers? She already had a
because
lot
she
of
likes
flowers.
them, and...
Oh, she likes them.
Well, yeah, she likes them, and...
Okay.
Yeah, she enjoyed running the flowers.
I
Ring.
see.
It wasn't just kind of a, oh, I'm here. And one of the days she just wasn't there.
Oh, Jesus.
I was confused. I thought maybe they just weren't there that day, and I moved the day off.
Mhm.
So I waited the next day, came back, they weren't there. Did that for a few days, and then I asked the nearby people what was up.
Oh, that's irritating.
Turns out they had been effectively married off to some other family for a political power statement kind of thing,
I'm sorry. I'm listening, I swear.
They just kind of vanished off the face of the earth, and I never saw them again. I don't think I was sad, but more shocked they just suddenly vanished.
Yes.
Maybe a little hurt that I hadn't known they were gonna vanish, but I guess that's just how it is sometimes, I can't control other people's lives.
Yeah. You don't... But, when it comes to that kind of stuff, I would just say go for it. But be careful. But don't waste too much time, because there is, the risk of it all. And you never know what's going to happen tomorrow. So, yeah.
But never at Rosewood, because that is strictly forbidden. You
Not
can't
at
fall
Rosewood.
in love in the military academy.
Can't sleep in the same bed. Can't do that. It's bad.
I don't think it's all bad. I get it, but we
I-
spend all the time trusting other people and spending so much time with them. Eventually you'd find someone, right?
Solus, are you fancying someone at the school?
No, I'm not. But
Wait.
I'm more curious if you did.
Oh.
I don't want to pry, but you and Severa were close, right?
Yeah, no, we were close. It wasn't like that though. It wasn't.
Mm-hmm.
Not
at all?
Who's to say? I'd have to ask her.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Well, I mean, as long as you made each other happy, then relationship or not, I think it really matters.
Yeah.
And I can tell you right now that even though they're wherever they are, I'm sure they're thinking about you. it mattered in their life. They talked about you sometimes when you weren't around, you know. And there were a few instances when we had been spending time together and they talk about you.
That's... Okay. Okay. Thanks, Solus.
But enough random rambling from
Yeah,
me, you know. That's
random.
my dumb little brain
Sure.
kicking off, so I'm gonna call it a night.
Yeah,
If you
have-
wanna stay up, you can do whatever, but...
I
Yeah,
know,
but
I
good night,
outrank you.
Captain.
Good night. I'll see you, man.
Night.
I'm gonna check this place out real quick, and then I'll probably join you.
Alright, take care.
Good night, Solus. Want to see if this... Yeah, now the hip's back. That's what the problem was. There we are. There we are. Perfect. Can't believe he's still awake.
Yeah, I mean, that sounds alright.
Maybe they should limit our alcohol supply.
Hey, Jackson.
Probably.
Hey, Albie.
Hail Jackson.
Talia. Murte.
Hello. Hey. I tried to reach you, but
How's it going?
Hey. Hey, how's it going?
Five.
That's what I was trying to do, definitely.
Gotta live it every day like it's a party.
Just reach behind you, Murta.
We might be dead.
Did
Yeah,
she
sure,
drink
let me
again?
just...
That's a depressing thing to say.
It's some hard air.
Yep, but it's true. I'm hitting him.
Okay.
It gives her an excuse
Clearly
to
the
drink.
spirits have cursed you with Ventus magic.
But luckily, it gives us one too.
I can't escape.
That's Oriana.
There's Lefron too.
That's not an Oriana.
Yeah, that's a Lefron.
Yeah, it is. She's no, the one next to him. The one next to Takuya.
There's nobody next to him.
Oh,
Yeah, it is.
you have good eyes.
Where?
I'm taller than you right now.
Where'd
I can't
Gallup
even
go?
tell.
Yes, where did Gallup go?
Oh,
he
is
was
that-
just
okay.
here. before
Yeah,
I
where did
left?
he
went
go?
to
Where
bed.
did he go?
Oh, he went to bed.
I don't. He went to bed.
Lefron, you said you were going to look after him.
Okay, he went to go sit.
He went to go
He
rest.
said in his
I
words
went
he's gonna go.
Find Oriana,
He's gonna.
because
He's gonna
Oriana
go.
has a concussion.
He said in his words he's gonna go
Oriana's
stare at a
over there.
wall and not fall asleep in his room. So that's what he's doing right now.
I do remember him doing that. I don't know if he would do that now or not.
That's
Let's go over
creepy.
there. Let's stop talking.
That's
Who says that?
That's
Who
a,
does
That's a
that?
good meditation method.
Well, when you have a concussion, you're not supposed to.
it's
really
not. It, well,
sleep.
Hey,
what are you doing?
So he just stared
what's wrong? What?
Nothing.
If it's been magically healed, he's
Just gonna walk over here real quick and walk over the log canal. Okay. Stay here. Whew.
At least nobody else is concussed. Let's have a conversation.
I think I heard the three of you have concussions.
I don't know. No, I think only
No,
two
no,
people.
Just
Gallup and Oriana.
yes, only Gallup and Oriana. My head hurt for a second, but I'm fine. My horn protected me.
Winter's getting closer.
So, did I miss anything?
Yeah, we talked about a
Just
lot
chatting
of
about
really
nonsense.
important stuff. Well, that you should have been here for, honestly, because it was so much to go over that to do it again would just be, you know,
I went to
exhausting.
go find my teammate.
Super secret and point.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's true.
We discovered the truth of cheesecake. Were you here for that part?
Oh my god, that was the best part, really.
No, I wasn't.
It's rich people food.
Yeah. It is. It's rich people food.
Well, I've
Cheesecake is for
gotten
rich
that.
people.
I just don't know what it's. The
Okay.
you get
consistency of
most of the ingredients
something.
from cows.
It's like.
Well, I figured that for cheese.
Have you ever had curdled milk?
What?
It's a vile word.
Spoiled
No,
milk.
like, curdled milk.
It sounds like someone throwing
no,
up in their
I
mouth when you say it.
never had that.
Yeah, so imagine someone throwing up in your mouth and then putting it in the cheesecake.
What?
Sorry.
Huh?
I don't
That
think I
sounds
want it.
absolutely
Why
vile.
do rich people eat
Is that how
Why
they
does
make
anyone eat
it?
this?
What?
Wow.
Sounds like how bees.
That sounds
eat.
Was
expensive.
that not what you said?
Yeah, pretty much. That's probably it, honestly.
I don't want to know. I'm just going to enjoy my sponge cakes and just be happy with that.
What's-
That sounds horrid.
Is
What's-
tree sap just tree vomit?
I thought it was
Rich people
No,
are
tree
disgusting.
blood. Yeah.
Oh god.
That's even worse. The vampires.
They did what?
The
No.
tree vampires.
I mean, kind of.
What's a
They're drinking
vampire?
blood.
No, they bleed. They bleed
You know,
the
like
sap.
legends of the people that suck blood. You know, that suck blood from other people.
Vampire.
How is that?
But I thought it was just
These are a
weird.
real thing, I think. It's a disease. You can't make fun of it from.
Well, if there's a legend that if they ever bite you and they don't suck out all your blood, then you become one.
Well, he drank red wine in quotation marks, but then I tasted it once, and that was very metallic red wine. The same guy I was telling you about earlier.
What guy?
Wait, really?
Yeah, I was just some guy I lived with for a little bit
Oh.
when I was out on my own. He had this really fancy place I stayed in, and he was like, welcome, welcome, and I went inside, and it was kind of weird.
Huh.
Maybe it was just a weird accent.
Yeah, he had a thick
Maybe
accent.
he's just nice and has bad wine.
That might have been it. That might have been it.
Maybe he
Well,
was a
I'm
vampire.
going to
Are
go
you a
check on
vampire
Oriana
then?
and get some rest.
Because they
I'm
bite
okay.
people and turn
Alright,
them into
from-
vampires. Are you sure?
Well,
He hasn't tried to bite
I'm
me
okay.
yet, so.
Okay. I think
Oh,
I'm okay.
no.
I don't got
Keep
any,
your eyes
Yes.
open, I
got
guess,
any bite marks anywhere.
and not your neck.
Can
just in
anyone
case.
confirm that they've definitely seen him always not drinking blood?
Hold on. Let me
I
open my.
sleep in the same
look,
dorm.
look
I
at my
don't
teeth.
keep an eye on him
hasn't-
very often.
You're fine, Natesh. You can close your mouth.
You can close your mouth now.
I'm going to bed. It's been a long day.
Oh,
You all have a
yeah.
good night.
Good
Good
night.
night.
Lefranc.
I need my gambison.
Lafranio.
So fucking extra.
What?
Good
Oh
night.
dear. Why'd you call him? Never mind.
Good night.
Good
Good
night.
night, Laflon.
Laflan.
Good night.
Laflan.
Flan's rich.
That's another
people
fancy
food.
rich person
Yeah.
food. Yeah.
Okay, now you're just making
Flan.
stuff up.
No, it's real. It's real.
No, flan. I don't know
It's
what that
like-
one's made of.
It's like Jello, but more like pudding, but not pudding.
What the heck is Jello?
Oh, okay. That's like a juice that you have to like. I don't know how they make it, but it's like juice, but it's like frozen, but it's not cold. It's like warm and it shakes.
Oh, like congealed.
Yes.
Can what?
Like when you
Congealo.
congealed. It's like,
Congest.
you know how blood gets thicker when it dries, and then it's like
No.
squishy.
That's how you make it.
Okay, well it does.
Curdled.
I don't want to curdle.
Okay, you know
Can
when
you
you have a
curdle
bloody
Jell-O?
nose
Uh-huh.
and you blow it out and it's sort of goopy
Ugh.
Mm-hmm.
because it's a little bit dry. That's congealed, kind of. Not really,
That's what flan's made of.
Ugh, I'm never eating
Oh.
flan again.
Wow. I did not know that. Huh. Do you think vampires eat it?
They have to, don't they? They have to
Maybe.
drink blood. I thought they had to drink blood. Is that not the
but your
case?
hand's a little closer to your
I
head than you
know.
think it is, I think.
Oh god, I'm flexing.
That's like a youth potion by flesh.
Ah. I hate it when that happens.
he flexed.
Yeah.
Oh man, is that
It's
him?
embarrassing.
Man.
It happened to me earlier today. For real though. Look, I can do
Yeah.
this now without it happening. That's so nice.
You could.
Points at head. Oh no, I'm being shot.
flowers. Smell the flowers, Murtish.
That's a really low, like it's a
So
greatly placed
flan is
flower.
made out of blood, and
Flan is for rich people. Then are rich people vampires?
Probably. I
Are
mean,
nobles vampires?
don't they get to live a long
The ones
time?
I met are.
Like elves?
Does that mean Skyhead is a vampire?
I wouldn't be
Is
surprised.
Cecilia a vampire?
Cecilia's gone.
Is Cecilia
Stella
a
might
noble?
be.
Yes, Stella.
Well, we know exactly where she keeps all that
Might
blood
be
too.
The
Stella,
vampire.
Stella, I think might be.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, but that.
I'm getting some weird vibes from Stella lately. I'm starting to think that they might
Just
just
now?
be Cecilia in disguise.
Like recently.
Well, that sounds a little bit far-fetched to
what?
me, so I don't believe it yet.
No, huh? No, like Cecilia told everyone that her name was Stella and tried to get us all to believe it.
What? No, Cecilia left,
Stella-
and then Stella came here.
No,
But
huh? No,
what?
she just wears her hair different and made it pink.
That's what?
Stella is Cecilia.
You might injure him doing this.
I don't think
What?
so.
Why? Huh?
I mean, I was saying it's a theory, but I don't think it's that definite. They look completely
I mean,
different.
just walk up to her and call her Cecilia, and she'll respond.
Well,
So
I
that
mean,
might
she might
just
not
be
if it's
due to-
you, if she
She's
doesn't
not doing
normally
very
respond
well
to
with
you.
that
But
then. What was the letter for? Did you find Tell? I sent him after you because he like turned the corner right when.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
Yeah, I got it.
That's good.
Are you sure? I don't think so. I'm confused.
I'm now less sure than I was.
Yeah, because Cecilia left.
Am I
or
crazy?
She got kicked out, I think.
No,
And then Stella showed up.
you're not.
Okay, they're the
And
same
Stella
person.
was like,
Yeah.
"Hello, I'm Stella Lumenton
Okay.
or whatever her name is." And I called her Cecilia once, and I
What's
felt bad because I was like, "You're not Cecilia."
That
Everybody hated
or
Cecilia.
The best
I said that to her.
swap
Murtash.
has happened
There
right
used to be
in front of my face.
7 teams. What were the names of the teams that were both yellow?
Well, it was Team Stella and Team Lumen, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
And you think don't you think it's a bit of a coincidence that her name is Stella Lumen at?
I don't see the correlation. Those are common words.
They are.
Not
They are
not
realms.
that common.
They are realms of existence.
Well,
I suppose.
sure, but
That'd be like if I walked into a place and they just so happen to have a place called Murtesh and a place called Miyoshumo in there, and I'd be like, well, those are just common words. So it's not weird.
I don't know if he's joking sometimes. You know.
Are we sure he doesn't have a concussion?
He probably
Names
does.
are common
but it's
things.
Been
I don't-
untreated a long
I
time.
don't see what the issue is.
But they're the same person.
Heading to the warehouse.
Well, yeah. Well, not the warehouse.
They look different.
My
How could they?
own room,
Like I said, it was a theory, but
technically.
Oh,
why are you so sure?
where are you sleeping?
Because they're the same person. Because I met Stella.
One of the
or
guest rooms in
sorry,
the
I
castle.
met Cecilia. And
Oh. Okay.
yes.
I want to see that. Can I walk
How
with
are you not certain? I don't.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Okay.
Because she told me
Okay.
her name was Stella.
We'll see you guys later.
Yes, she lied. Good night.
Okay.
Good night.
Oh, there we are.
Bye. Hey, you got a nice shield.
Thank you.
It's a cool
You're
shield.
welcome.
It's very generous of her to donate.
Yeah. Break half with me.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was gonna ask you for it. Thank you.
Okay.
Nice.
You can hold the real thing.
Okay, thank you. I mean, the other half.
Yes.
Delicious. Thank you, Obi.
No problem. I stole it myself.
No, she gifted it to us.
I mean, she didn't give it willingly.
she didn't, you know, like fight us like a Trojan. So we did okay.
That is true.
Uh. It was a slower day than I expected today.
Yeah. You know, I'm gonna miss them both.
Yeah. It's funny how
But
they left. I mean, like a domino effect almost.
yeah. But who knows? Maybe they're just that best of friends.
I hope so. That's...
It'll be easier to find them because of that too.
It's true. That's a great point. Trying to imagine Solia in street clothes in a city like Flint.
I'm pretty sure she'd look at everything like it was a first time experience to everything.
Yeah, I'd wanted to get to know her better. Like... It's okay. We didn't spend much time around each other. I'd done that with many, many others. Almost strangers, but... certain responsibilities of being a team captain. You know? Can't do that as much anymore. I saw Lothariel got a scar on his face. Did you know about that?
Yeah, I'm the one who gave it to him.
Oh. Okay.
Things got really, really hectic and you know, blood was pumping, visions get red.
Right, boys will be boys.
Him.
Oh.
You're a boy.
Like, yeah, I know. I think I know. I'm a Viking.
I hope so.
I see. Well, I hope...
I didn't mean to, it just kind of happened.
What Well, never mind. I was just curious. I don't want to pry. I was curious what happened with Aqua.
Specifically what exactly, though?
I don't know. It seemed like everyone was really chummy, and then Lothariel had some loss, and then everything started falling apart a bit, and then next thing I know, Ovi wants off the team. That's kind of how I heard it anyway.
Well, they were right. I'll put this in my room and then I'll tell you.
I'll finish this cookie.
I mean, you kind of.
No, it's
do you want to stay inside?
Sure.
I don't know if you.
Yeah.
It's not a lot of space.
Oh no, it's
I think
it's not actually too different from, well, except for this big thing.
Yeah, not a lot. But I think I could get a bigger bed.
I suppose. Right. So follow you out here.
Yeah, I'm not gonna sleep in my room tonight.
Oh, okay.
So basically what happened is that, Team Aqua was to receive a punishment. And that means the majority of all of us at the time.
Right.
And the thing is, I didn't know at the time that we had a punishment to deal with. And when, mind you, Aqua had a lot of opportunities to tell me that we had a punishment that day, but it just kind of didn't look my way.
Oh.
So then, it was Nella who told me that there was a punishment that I was to endure with the team, but I think at the time I was technically I was technically playing Leave It, but I was still technically part of the team.
I see.
But after a certain altercation with them, I did not think it was fair, seeing that they had a choice in the altercation whether to strike me or not, and they chose to.
Oh.
But to be honest, I honestly think that was the best case scenario, because otherwise they just keep being punished.
I remember now. Vaguely remember you covered in bandages.
Yeah, that was the day. Again, completely justified. They either got punished more, or you know,
Or they hit
or
you.
they just had to hit
As
me.
a team, yeah, I've heard of similar things. I'm sorry.
So, it's not your fault. Don't apologize.
Yeah.
But yeah, because of that, I made a choice of my own. I had some sensitive and important information for Nella, and I traded that so that I could be, I guess, exempted from the punishment. And because of that, Aqua would receive a more severe punishment because of that, because I would not show. And I was like, okay, but I was exempted because of the information. And, well, right then and there, they decided to, kick me off the team. And amongst themselves, they decided to gather all their punishments and throw it onto me. And well, that's history. So I received a far more severe punishment from Nella.
What did Aqua do to warrant a punishment?
Apparently a lot of my misdeeds during the mission, I talked back, I disobeyed direct orders, I defiled the grave. In a way, yes, but not really.
Oh, I see. Oh. Okay, yes, no, I do know about that.
Yeah.
What happened?
didn't-
Why did you
It was it's a little weird to explain, because I didn't exactly write anything new. I just traced the name with my axe. I just wanted the people who was taken away to be remembered longer. But it still counts as defiling a grave.
Why didn't you specify that to the teachers when they...
Well, I did to... What's his name? Malik. Not to Octavian. Because he already pinned me as in his own words, grave defiler. Why should I change someone's mind about me when they've already chosen what to see me as?
I mean...
Of course I expect to have all this thing cleared up at some point, but I'm not going out of my way to. I'll let people believe what they want to.
Okay. Well, I think it's a natural thing, you know, to assume about people. I've seen it a lot lately. I've done it myself a few times, especially here. You know what, Avi? You're gonna prove them wrong. They can...
Hopefully.
See that they were wrong when you do it.
That's the plan.
I wish you luck on it then.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, good night. It was good to talk to you.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah. Thank you for taking the cookie for me. That was very brave of you. All right. I'll leave you to sleep. Yep. Especially that condition. I'm using the teleporter. I'm not walking that way. Okay, good night. Good night, Avi.
Good night.
Oh, I need water, and then I need sleep. Oh, I'm not done here, am I? Oh no, nobody put the fire out. Okay. Picks up stick. Moves log. For it to fall. Oh. There. Alright, good night, me. Good night, good night. Good night, Rosewood. Good job biting the snot out of each other today. Alright, I think, you know, this session was a quiet one. And I know I've been out of character a bit for this one. We took a break, as some of you may have seen, anybody who's watched up to this point, for which I thank you for doing. The thing this time, I'm just going to respawn, because he would have gone to sleep.
It's like,
and then I'll close over here. Fucking, the thing that I've noticed the most anyway is that the, at least with me, the way I've been recording these, and I think I've just been a little bit quiet because I've thought to myself, well, nobody really needs to know my, you know, my sacred thoughts on all this stuff. But I think that's a little unfair to myself. You know, because I think that doing these has started out as like a really fun idea, and it was to be for fun.
Oh,
you're fine. I'm talking.
I'm about to end my stream.
Yeah, end your
slumber.
stream.
Yeet.
I'll be over here. Anyway, my point was, it's for fun, and it is fun to do, but it is more fun without as much stress, and I put a lot of stress on myself and was really ambitious. I've always kind of been like that when it came to a lot of stuff, so it's not like it's, it's just, I don't feel like I've failed. I just feel like I've had to really reconstruct a lot of the stuff, and I'm fine. I'm doing good, and I think that I'm curious if it's worth recording, because there are so many other perspectives to watch. I don't feel like my character always has a consistent, like, oh man, that was great. And most of the reason I've been doing it is FOMO, like fear of missing out on having my perspective on something, to like a really, really fun session. This session specifically was really slow, and I might upload this one specifically because I want to show this part. I don't do a lot of the editing anymore for the session stuff because it's just time consuming to do that, and when I had the time to do it, it was a lot easier. And so that all being said, I still have a blast recording. I still have a blast uploading it. I'm glad to like go back and watch my own stuff too, because at the least I have a catalog as like a diary of like what's going on. And I think originally this has helped me get more into character and more into the RP, so I don't really want to get rid of it. Hi.
Hello.
Did you end your stream?
Yeah.
Did you have a good session?
I had a really good session. I kicked ass at that fighting ring, and I got a concussion.
I loved how you like wore out Caleb. I thought that was great. That was really fun to watch.
Oriana overpushed herself. She knew she had a concussion, but she wanted to keep going. She wanted to prove herself that she was strong.
Tactically, Jackson recognized it, and he's like, "Oh wow, that was really smart of you." Because I don't think he knew if you had enough strength or whatever, but he just knew like if you wear out the opponent, it's always gonna be a better bet for you. And I was like, "Wow, good idea."
Mm-hmm.
It was really fun.
Caleb also got concussed.
Yeah.
And I thought it was right to back away after seeing, like, there's something wrong with him, and he just keeps pushing forward. He's trying to do the same as me, be the bigger man.
Yeah. And then Morgan was doing it too.
Mm-hmm.
And I went out of my way to be like, it's okay, you don't have to. And she's like, I have to. And I was like, okay. Whatever you I'm gonna close.
I just kept taking out their legs. I'm like, I couldn't
Hell yeah.
deal
That's
with Caleb
the
like that without taking out his legs.
The Viking way. I'm gonna close this guy off, and then I'll be out there to talk to everybody. Yeah.
I love you all. Oh my. I'll leave you with this amazing purple bean.
Oh. Anyway, that all being said, I just wanted some feedback. If anyone wants to give any, I'm open for it. My comments have been weird just because I've been taking options that don't make sense to me fully. But it's all good. I'm still probably going to just record these, but I want to know if you guys prefer these perspectives, or if you prefer to have the face cam and, the traditional sense, like the face cam in the corner up here would be not the face cam. This would be the face cam, the main screen, and then this up here would be the me, the 3D images. But I could still do this, but it would, obviously be easier to do some stuff. Anyway, it doesn't matter too much. Tell me what you guys like, because mainly the reason for doing this for me was to edit them, and now I don't really do that now. And so I'm just kind of curious about what I should do with it. Yeah, so that's that. I love you all, and I really appreciate you all who are paying attention to this and watching it. I don't share my feelings a lot. I used to, but they were just kind of internal, like getting into character things. But it's always nice to get support always. And I feel it when you guys do it. It's not lost on me. I just don't talk about it very much. And I appreciate it tons. And I love Rosewood. I love doing RP. I'm probably not going to stop doing that, even if I stop recording everything. I'm just curious about like what you guys have been most entertained by on my uploads, because you know, I should have asked earlier, really. So I apologize for that. Anyway, thank you all for watching this session. I know it was slow right now. A lot of people were gone. It should ramp up pretty soon again, and then we'll have some more missions and stuff going on with Rosewood, and that'll be exciting. We may even, risk death a couple times or see some people die. We miss Sarvira very dearly. Cacti pulled her character out. And I support her decision. I support Sarvira's decision in character. Jackson does. And he got this little gift from her, which I really appreciate. She never told him about it, but she gave him a clock, and that is something with Minnie that I don't want to spoil anything, but it's something with Minnie that he really appreciates, being able to have a second choice with. All right. I love you all. Thank you for watching. I'm going to go now and talk to my friends. I will upload these relatively soon after every Tuesday, basically weekly, as I usually do. All right. That's all from me. I'm going to stop talking now because I have a tendency to do that. Bye. Love you. Bye. Love you. Love you.